Hey, if you are trying to figure out which suburb is best for you when it comes to the types of neighborhoods, the pricing, the schools, and just the overall feeling, then this video is for you. Hi, hello, my name is Danielle, and I am a realtor in Northwest Houston. I love to help you figure out where to live when buying a home out in the Houston suburbs. If you are thinking of moving, feel free to reach out to me using the links in the comments below. So today we're mostly just going to focus on the west suburbs of Houston. This area is really popular because of the really strong school districts, there's easier commutes, and there is a lot of opportunity for family-friendly communities and homes. So today I wanted to start it off in Cypress, and Cypress is in Northwest Houston, and what's interesting about Cypress is that it has been around for a long time. So there are essentially two sides to Cypress. There is the north side and the south side of Cypress. And the north side is north of 290. And on this side, there is a mix of homes with acreage, and there are some older master plan communities that were actually like the anchor of Cypress and really what kind of put it on the map as a really good suburb to consider when moving to Houston. Some of the more popular ones is Coles Crossing and Fairfield. What makes the north side of Cypress really unique is that because the homes were built 10 to 15 years ago, there is opportunity to get a decent home in the 300 to 500s with a larger lot than some of the new construction that we are seeing today. Another thing that makes the north side of Cypress really unique is that there are a lot more trees than you might find in the south side of Cypress or even further west, in which we'll talk about a little bit later. So that is the north side of Cypress. On the south side of Cypress, and south of 290, is where a lot of the new construction has been happening over the last decade. And this is where a lot of the most commonly known master plan communities for Cypress are. The two anchors for this area would be Bridgeland and Town Lake. These are very unique, massive master plan communities. There's really none like them in Houston or even in a lot of other cities around the United States. One of them has over 300 acres of walking trails and just a ton of resort-style amenity pools and parks. And then the other one has a massive man-made lake that allows motorized vehicle, and they have islands for the community events and beaches, and both of these communities are just really well done. And what really drives a lot of the new traffic to Cypress is because of these communities. Another reason people love Cypress and why it is so expensive and gaining a lot of traction is because it has a really strong school district. It is one of the higher rated school districts in the Houston area next to Katy ISD. There is also a lot of commercial coming to the Cypress area in the next coming years. There is Bridgeland Central coming, there's a new Chevron campus coming, and there are several grocery stores being built right within where all the new construction is. So it is a really desirable area to be in right now. What people don't like about Cypress and why I've had clients turn it away is, one, the property taxes are really expensive, especially for new construction. On average, you can expect to pay anywhere from 3 to 3.7% in property taxes. The second most common reason is the new construction is more expensive, on average price per square foot, and the lots are smaller, so they feel like they can go to some other similar suburbs and get a slightly lower property tax and pay a little bit less money for a little bit more house. So the next one I want to talk about is Hawley, which is kind of like an extension of Cypress. It's north of 290, and there is a lot of growth coming out here, and there is a lot of opportunity. I'm probably going to buy an investment property out here this coming year, and I've helped a couple of buyers buy one this past year. There are so many new developments coming to this area. There's going to be an explosive amount of growth between the three master plan communities that are being built, the new schools, and the commercial, plus all the communities that are being built in Cypress. This area is just going to take off. Right now, some of the main communities out in the Hawley area is Del Rose, there's the Grand Prairie coming, there's Jubilee, and there's just so many more coming. It's a really exciting time for this area. The downsides of this area and why a lot of people don't consider it is newer area equals lower rated schools or schools that have not had time to get more property tax dollars to become more competitive as the neighboring suburbs. Here, a lot of our schools are funded by property taxes, and so when an area is brand new and everything's being built out, it can take a few years for the scores to reflect the growth in the area, but it will eventually become competitive. So if you have really, really young children, I still think this is a good opportunity and a great place to invest for long-term appreciation. So then there is this area between Cypress and Katy and west of 99, which is actually part of Katy ISD. And there is a ton of new construction out here, and the area development is very similar to the way Hawley is being built. The benefit of this area compared to Hawley is that it's part of Katy ISD, so the school district is already really well regarded. The two notable anchors and the communities that are kind of bringing life to this area is Ellison and Centera. Both of these developers have done other developments in other parts of Houston, which have been very successful, so I have no doubt that over the next several years, these communities will become very well regarded as well. Like I said though, it takes 3 to 5 years or longer for the schools and the commercial and everything to catch up to the area. So the reason a lot of clients turn down these communities in this area in particular is the roads in and out of the area. A lot of it is still two-way farm roads or stop signs, and the only highway currently out here is a toll road, so you have to pay to kind of use the highway to get in and out. So that kind of deters people from this area. But of course, there are plans for road expansions and new highways. So again, if you're in it for the long game, I think this area is a really good area. So we're just going to kind of move down the map, which brings me to the next area, which is essentially the heart of Katy. And this area is in ways very similar to North Cypress. It's been around for a really long time. There's really nice shopping, there's highways, the schools are top notch, and it's really what everyone thinks of when they think of Katy. There's some really notable communities within this area. There's Cinco Ranch, there's Kellywood, there's the Grand Lakes, Seven Meadows. There's so many in this area. And then what makes this area even more unique is that the highest rated schools in all of Houston are zoned to this heart of Katy area. And so it is really competitive and really a demanding area for people to want to live in. But the drawback, and why a lot of people choose to look in another area, is that you cannot get a house that's less than 10 to 15 years old. There is no new construction zone to these schools. It's kind of really well established in that area. Closest one you might be able to get to is Cane Island. So if you're still looking for new construction, you kind of want to be in that Katy area. People are going further and further out west, which is the Brookshire area, and it's essentially becoming a extension of Katy. The most known community out this way is Jordan Ranch. Actually, it's really like the only community out there right now. But this area, compared to the other new areas like Hawley and North Katy, is that they've already thought of the infrastructure. They've already built a new highway out there. So getting in and out of that area is really easy. There's just not a lot out there right now. A lot of reasons people have said no to that area is because it does feel a little far removed from Katy once you start driving down I-10 to get all the way out there. I would say in another 3 to 5 years, there's going to be even more communities out there. I know of at least 2 that are planned out that way. And so the area, again, is just going to continue to grow and develop. So the last area I want to talk about and where there's been a lot of growth is down in the Fulshire area. And Fulshire is, again, kind of like an extension of Katy. However, it has become one of the fastest growing areas in Texas. There are quite a few communities sprouting up in this area. The most notable anchor is Cross Creek Ranch. This one started about a decade ago and has thousands of homes, but the neighborhood was done so well, and it's just a really regarded community. There's not a lot of turnover there. It was so good that Cross Creek Ranch started an extension, which is Cross Creek West. And that's where you can find a lot of the new construction out in this area. Similar to Cypress, and what I like about the new construction in this area compared to others is that it is being built near commercial, so it's close to shopping, it's close to roads. You're not going to have to drive really far out to get to the shopping and stuff. So there you have it. That is an overview of the main suburbs out in West Houston. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.